Hey there guys, this is John T. I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to show you how to make around $800,000 in just 3 hours of playtime. All you have to do is just do your biker missions, supply runs and stuff like that, including the bunker. One round would get you around $800,000 without any hassle. So I had set up some, supply missions before, and some of my businesses did have a lot of product made up, right? So I'm just trying to do some supply runs so that if there's something missing in the business, I'll just fill it up, and after that, I'll try to make some sales. I had a person helping me out, but he left during the session, which happens. But it's best to have one person at least trying to help you out because that cuts down a lot of time in the supplies. So as you can see, I have 168,000 in my business right now, and instead of just making a sale or buying the product, what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to do this supply mission. It's best to do these kind of missions without purchasing the supplies. A lot of YouTubers would tell you that it's okay to purchase a lot of stuff and that cuts out time. Well, it does work, but you end up working a lot. You have to make a lot of sales to cover up for the amount of money that you have to pay to purchase the supplies. So it's always best, even if it takes a little bit of more time, it's best to do the supply runs instead of purchasing the supplies, because in the end you would be making a lot of money even though it takes a lot of time. So I'm just trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to go to the boat. There are a couple of boats here. I'm the only one trying to do this job right now, so I'll just take one boat at a time and try to finish this up as soon as possible. I'll be getting 9,000 extra as well for delivery bonus if I make it within time without losing a lot of minutes or seconds. This is what I'm trying to do right now. So you can see it only took me around 9 minutes to complete one boating mission, and this is the second boat, and almost like 20 minutes, and we have around we get around 215,000, which is a good amount. We started at 1,005,000 or something once I started doing the missions. So I'll show you after doing all the missions how much I make. I mean, it's around 800,000, but you can see by yourself as well. It's so easy to make money these days in GTA. All you have to do is just get the correct number of businesses and just try to be persistent. There were a couple of guys who were trying to attack me before I came down to my business right now, but I just ignored them. If somebody's trying to attack you, it's a good strategy at times to just ignore them as well, because they would just leave. So you don't really have to get in the fights all the time unless you want to, because at times it's really important, because we have double GTA dolls going on, and it's very important not to waste time and just go on with the mission and stuff. Oppressor is a very good bike for this kind of mission, where you have to get some lost MC bike, you have to kill them, and then you have to take the supply. Kind of hard to get used to using the oppressor at times, because some people really find it hard to balance it, when to use the flying feature or when to use it on the ground. So you get the hang of it after a while once you are used to it. So just keep at it, keep on practicing, and I'm definitely sure that you will get the hang of using this bike. It's a wonderful bike. It's one of the best vehicles that you need to have in GTA Online. You need to have a bunker first, get this, and also get the research stuff going on, so that you can get the missile and stuff as well. So here's another supply. that I got for the business. Now we just have to get back as fast as we can. I think my missiles are done, so I don't really have any more missiles in the bike. That's okay. All you have to do is just respawn the bike and you will have some more missiles. So it's very easy once you're doing the MC stuff. The best part is that you can respawn the bike anytime you want. So you get a refill on the missile as well. That's for free. You don't really have to pay anything else to get the missiles. And see how fast I can travel back. It's just, you know, it's very simple. Just try to make a touch here and there so that you get the rockets on again. Once you have those, then you can just get back to the business without any hassle. Also take the shortcut. This is the main advantage of using the bike. It's almost like flying a plane, and you get the benefits of being on the ground as well. You don't really have to land the plane and then get the plane, and plus you don't really have to wait for respawn, and you don't really have to go to a different location or help out or something like that to get the plane. It's almost like a plane anytime you want. So see how easy it is to balance the bike once you get the hang of it, and it's fast enough. It's almost like any other plane. Almost there now. It's a funny thing that I got lucky with the lobby as well. The lobbies was very peaceful because mostly once you're trying to do these kind of missions, a lot of people would come and they would try to attack you. They would try to see if you're doing something. They will just try to blow you up, entice you into trying to fight them. But this lobby was good enough. People were decent enough. They were not trying to do anything else other than doing their own stuff. So we're back at the cocaine lockup. Again, just like the last time, I'll just try to do some supplies. Once I'm done with the supplies, after that I will try to do the sales mission as well. It's the same loop that you have to do, and I'm just trying to do all the businesses one at a time, and you will realize yourself once I'm done with all the businesses how much money I get. It's just about doing the whole loop once in a day and you get around $800,000. That's with the double GTA dolls. But even if you don't really have double GTA dolls going on, you still make a lot of money with this. There you go, we got the supply, and I got another friend joining me as well, and his help, I was able to get my business supplies up to 100% in just one go. Now we can do the sales. You can see my total earnings from the business as well. It's a lot of money, so you can see how profitable Barca businesses are. And this fast cash missions don't really take a lot of time, even though you get 30 minutes to complete a mission, but you can do it in like 10 to 15 minutes tops. And normally once the balance is around more than $100,000 for a sale, you get 2 or more vehicles, but this time it's only 1 vehicle, which is a good thing. I can provide cover from sky as well, so that the other guy, he can just supply the crates or the product without any problems. You know, once you have a Hydra, and once people know that there's a Hydra covering something, they would normally not come after you. Other than if somebody else has a Hydra as well, they would try to come after you, or a group of people. But normally it's safer to have a Hydra flying up in the sky and giving cover to the product below. This guy was just trying to follow us. I'm not really sure he was trying to help us out or not, and I just didn't want to take the risk. So we're back at the document forgery business, and this is one of the fastest business that can generate a lot of cash, but it it generates cash in small chunks of small amounts. So it's better to frequent this business more often so that once it's full, so that you can try to benefit from it as well. And here I try to take out the lost. And this is probably one of the rare times where I don't die. I just happen to kill everyone in the club, because normally you die a lot of times. Some people bring in a bike and with a bomb, but I don't like that strategy. It's like too much hassle. This one is simple. And the funny thing is, once I go outside, my bike is not there. Somebody stole it, because I just have it on free mode. Anybody can take it, because obviously I can respawn the bike again and again whenever I want, so I don't really care. There's a guy, he's trying to help me out as well. Again, I keep on mentioning this a lot of times, that we should be able to give some more share to the people who are trying to help us out in the sales missions. Maybe I can set up a filter where 5% of the sales benefits go to this person who's trying to help me out. Just like we can do in the heist, we can select the number of shares, what profit somebody would get from the sale or from the heist. So this is something that we could do in the business as well. That would incentivize people a lot, because people would know that helping this guy out would pay them a lot, and they would just try to maximize their profit as well by helping you out. This is a feature that GTA should add. So this time we have 3 planes instead of 2, or just 1. It's gonna be slightly harder. It's gonna take slightly longer. We already have 3 minutes lost there out of the 30 allocated minutes. I'll just try to make it as fast as possible, and I will pray that the other person does not crash the plane, because he's just 43 in his rank, and obviously he might not know a lot about flying the plane and stuff like that. Right, almost done with the first plane. 10 minutes in, and we've got 10 supplies down the line, and it's just 5 more to go. Now the last one to go, and we've got $171,360 in our pocket. So one of the tricks is to get a simple lobby as well, where people are not trying to attack you. If you're lucky, if it's your lucky day, nobody would try to attack you. Even if somebody does, and if you're just trying to make the money, try not to fight them back. If you try to fight them back, then obviously they will try to attack you as well. They would be incentivized to attack you, because this is what they wanted, to play with somebody, because it's their playtime, right? They want somebody to just attack them, they can kill them back and stuff like that. So just ignore these kind of people once you're trying to make some money, because you can do that anytime you want. But right now, this is the time to make money, so do not waste any time, right? Right, this is a meth lab. And if you notice, all my businesses are within the city. Now, some people think that it's a better strategy to have the businesses in Blaine County instead of this county, which is actually, that does make sense as well. If the lobby is full, most of the people would be in the city, nobody would be coming to Blaine County. It does make sense as well, but I just like being in the city. I just like all my businesses to stay in the city. These are the most expensive buildings as well that you can get for empty businesses. So I just like the fact that it's the best there is to have. I don't know what this guy's trying to do. He's trying to kill me or the other guy. And basically in this mission, if you already have done this before, you don't really have to kill the guy. You just have to beat him up so that he can give the location of the supplies. Once you have the location, then you can just go and collect them. Alright, we're lucky that we're getting 2 vans. 2 vans, each van means that we got 2 bars of supplies in the business, so this round would fill the business up completely, and we will not have to do another supply run for the business. Means we can go on to the sale. Right, we only have like 71,000, so for this one, what I would like to do is I would like to do a run outside the county so that we can get some extra amount. Sell stock 107,000 that we should be getting. And again, we're lucky, we just have to supply this with 1 bike, so it's just 1 person. We have to traverse the map, make 5 deliveries. I don't think this guy wants to take the bike and do the deliveries. He wants the oppressor, so I'll just take this bike and I'll let him enjoy the oppressor. Alright, take it, come on. Yeah. Alright. Alright, so we got $109,242 on this one. So we are almost up to 1 million, almost like $2 million here. The target was $800,000 making a day in 3 hours, and this is probably going to be the last mission. I'm into the bunker. This is a supply run for the bunker. After that, I'll try to do the sales mission as well, so that we can try to make some more money, and that's going to be it. So this was just an example tutorial type video where you can see that if you traverse all the businesses that you have, just making 1 round, if all the businesses are full with supplies, you can make a good amount of money in just 3 hours, around $800,000. So I mean, you can do the same thing with the heist. With the heist, you will get around the same amount in maybe an hour or so, but it really depends on the people who are trying to help you out, if they're good enough or not. And you have to rely on 2 to 3 or 4 people in a heist. But in this case, I just have to rely on 1 person, and at times it was just me trying to do the sale myself. This is one of the simplest of sales missions for bunker sales, where you just have to take this truck over to the last end of the map. And this is the benefit of doing the free mode business as well. You can see that the other guy just left, but I can still continue with my mission. I don't really have to stop. I don't really have to reload the game, just like you have to do in the heist. So I just made the sale, I get the money, and that's it. So with that, John T, I'm signing out. I hope you liked the video. We made around, let me just calculate, we made exactly $796,058 in this session. So you have a nice day. Thank you for listening and watching.